Keisha went from working at Walmart to running her own successful cleaning business. Now with Digital Cleaning Academy, she teaches new businesses the ins and outs of running a cleaning business. And today she's going to share with us how to price jobs, get new clients, and much more.
They can easily get into Airbnb.
Okay.
Easily, yeah. There's a whole bunch of property managers that are looking specifically for solo cleaners. So it's way easier, I think, to get into Airbnb than it is to residential.
Okay.
Yeah. But Airbnbs, if you decide to go for smaller ones or even a bigger one, you can easily make a part-time income with just one house a week. Okay. And then you have the rest of the week off to do whatever you want, either look for more clients or just focus on other things you're doing. Yeah, you only have to deal with one client. You only deal with one client. Residential, if you have 10 houses, you're dealing with 10 different people, 10 different moods and all of that. Airbnb, you could have 10 properties and you're only dealing with that one property manager. She has about 40 Airbnbs and I just talked to her yesterday. She said they're thinking about bringing on 40 more. So then that's 80 possibilities that we have there. She just, with my experience, we cleaned for her once already and today was our second clean for her.
Okay.
She's already asking if we could do 2 houses a day.
How would you recommend someone get in contact with like a property manager that, you know, manages Airbnbs? Because a lot of people, it might just be that individual person, but if you're looking to find somewhere that has, you know, a company that manages 10 or 100 Airbnbs, what's the best way to reach out to them? So I was saying before, we had watched one of your videos where you had talked about working at Walmart and one of your bosses there. Can you tell us a little bit about that experience?
Yeah, so I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, but I knew I wanted to work. I wanted to have my own money. My boyfriend was the only one working. So I didn't want McDonald's. I didn't want no fast food. I decided, let me just try out Walmart.
Sure.
And I worked there for about 4 days. Okay. And then, yeah, I was just checking out this lady. I was looking for a personal trainer at this time, and she looked like she worked out. So I asked if she was a personal trainer, and she said no, but I do clean houses. And I guess she liked how I was just so upfront with just talking to her that she wanted. Yeah. She asked if I wanted to work with her, and the next day I called her. I quit my 4 days at Walmart and started working with her. She was very strict.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about that. What do you mean by like she was strict as a boss, or strict in like her standards, or just like everything?
Everything. So if you didn't pick up like a soap bottle to dust under it, she would pick at you for it every time. Didn't hesitate to tell you that you missed anything.
Sure.
And she made me feel like bad sometimes because of her tone. Yeah. But then she would always say, it's just, I see potential in you. I know that you can do more. So that's why I'm on you so much. Yeah. Yeah. Did
that inspire you, or did it kind of like work in the negative of like her being so strict like that?
No, it actually didn't. Even though I would go home sometimes thinking about, should I quit? I just put it in my mind that I'm learning, and she has a business that she needs to keep also. And I have a lot of patience. So if you're going to teach me something, just teach me however you're going to teach me. If I decide to stay, then that's on me.
Yeah. So how long did you work for her? And like, I guess what was like, besides like being strict and high standards, like what was one thing you took from her that you bring to your own business right now?
I always remember what she says. It's like, if you're gonna, dusting under these couple soap bottles only takes a couple seconds. Sure. So why skip over it? Right. So that's something that I always think about with the cleaners. It's like, if you're gonna, wiping outside of the fridge only takes a couple seconds. Just do it. Yeah. Yeah. So just invest in the small things, because, you know, they all add up to something that's much bigger. They matter.
Yeah. Interesting. So how long did you work for her before you decided that you wanted to go out on your own and start your own business?
3-4 years, probably more. I can't. Yeah, it's just so long ago.
Yeah.
I started with her when I was 19.
Okay.
And we worked for a couple years, just me working with her. And then I decided to move down to Florida just to pursue the YouTube stuff.
Right.
I didn't really have a thought of going into cleaning business.
Okay. Interesting. And then how did you, like, where was that point in time when you decided that you're like, I do want to go into a cleaning business?
Well, I worked for a property management for about 11 months.
Okay.
And then some stuff went on with their business, but they didn't want to let me go. So they asked if I wanted to start my own cleaning business. They'll give me like 3 properties to start with.
Oh, nice.
And I took it because if I didn't take it, I was still going to go to another cleaning job, work for someone else, and be stuck on their time. With these 3 Airbnbs, I at least had more freedom.
Yeah.
And my own business. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So you knew how to clean houses physically, but when you started your own business, did you struggle with actually like the aspect of running a business initially? And like, how did you get through that and learn to be effective at running your own business?
Google. Yeah, we searched up everything. We didn't have business people around us telling us what to do, what to get. We're here in Florida, just me, my boyfriend, and my son. So there's not much going around here. Just searching it up.
Yeah.
Just trial and error and crying and just going through all that. Yeah,
That's cool. When you look back on those like early days, what was something that you know now that if you had known it then you would do it differently, looking back in hindsight?
I think the hiring. So when we first started hiring, I didn't have any checklists. I just had just text messaging and Google Sheets to send the jobs to my cleaners, and I didn't really have anything in place. So I guess that I would have invested into something sooner instead of waiting.
For sure.
Yeah.
A lot of our clients, or not clients, a lot of the people that we talk to that have their own businesses use software like Jobber or something like that. Do you have a software that you use to manage some of that stuff now?
Yeah, we actually do use Jobber. Okay. We started using Jobber about a year ago.
Okay.
And that tremendously changed how we run our business, how we communicate with our clients, our cleaners. Yeah.
And do you use it to manage your employees or manage your jobs, or just kind of manage everything? Like, can you tell us a little more about how you use it, to make your life easier?
Yeah. So we only use it for the scheduling.
Okay.
And then the client reminders.
Sure.
So the cleaners, they have the app on their phone and they get to see the address, the time they have to be there, any notes that I have to tell them that I don't need to communicate to them that same day. I just put it into their schedule.
Sure.
So that day when they go into their schedule, they have everything they should know to go into the property, like what is it called? Like the door codes, linen door codes.
Sure.
All of that stuff. Yeah.
Is there some like a nuanced difference of cleaning Airbnbs versus cleaning someone's home? Like how is that relationship different that you have, with interacting with clients and things like that?
Well, first you go into an Airbnb and there's no one there. Okay. So you don't have to deal with anyone being in your way. You don't have to deal with a whole bunch of kid toys everywhere, trash everywhere. So I feel like that's why I prefer Airbnbs, because it's kind of just, you go in, sometimes not even all the rooms are used. Yeah. And you're getting paid the same for that clean, no matter what. And then of course it depends on management of how clean a property is gonna be for your turnover. Sure. If you have great management, you're gonna go into Airbnbs that are not too messed up party, because at least when I post videos, they always say that the cleanings aren't always going to be so simple. They're not always going to be so clean, but in our experience, they actually are. Okay. They're not bad at all. Yeah.
Would you recommend someone that's thinking about getting into the cleaning business to try and start going after those Airbnbs, or is it easier just to pick up your first client, like just get one individual person and then kind of learn the business that way?
I think they can easily get into Airbnb. Okay. Easily, yeah. There's a whole bunch of property managers that are looking specifically for solo cleaners. So it's way easier, I think, to get into Airbnb than it is to residential.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've got a ton of experience in cleaning and also running a cleaning business. For people that are looking to get into the business, do you train them or like bring them on to teach them the skills?
Well, I am creating Digital Cleaning Academy. That is a course that is going to teach you how to get into Airbnbs, how to set up your business from scratch.
Sure.
Just like I did. And then right now, I did bring on a girl from TikTok. She came yesterday, and I told her that I would love to have her side by side so I can teach her one-on-one. Yeah. So that is something that I can consider and I would love to do. Yeah.
And is she going to go through the Digital Cleaning Academy as well, or she's just learning directly from you?
Right now, directly.
And for the Cleaning Academy, is that something that someone can do remotely? Like it's just an online course and they can, use that information to learn if they were in like California or Texas or something like that?
Yeah, so you can do it from anywhere. And of course, I am doing it between Airbnbs and residential.
Okay.
Because someone who's starting out might not be able to handle a lot of Airbnbs, considering the scheduling. If you have 6 Airbnbs that check out all on Monday, solo cleaner can't do them all unless they hire. Yeah. So that's why I have the residential mixed in there.
Right. So it's scalable for someone that's like, I'm just a solo cleaner. I can only handle one house a day. And so I'm not going to get into Airbnbs yet, to do that.
Yeah. But Airbnbs, if you decide to go for smaller ones or even a bigger one, you can easily make a part-time income with just one house a week. Okay. And then you have the rest of the week off to do whatever you want, either look for more clients or just focus on other things you're doing.
Yeah, you had told us a little bit about like the turnover rate of like how often an Airbnb gets cleaned versus maybe like how a single family residence gets cleaned. Can you tell us a little bit more about that again?
Yeah, so Airbnbs, you can clean from 1 to 2 times a week. So, and you're in the same Airbnb, you maintain it well, you're able to just get in and out of them if you maintain it well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so is the profit margin like higher on an Airbnb because you're having that repeat business over and over again than what you would get on single family? Or does Airbnb pay less per cleaning versus what you would have for like an individual single family cleaning?
I think they do pay less compared to just a regular family home.
Sure.
Only because if you're going into a property and they only used one room, you're getting paid the same, whether they use the whole thing or not. Sure. So and then let's say you get $200 for a house that they only use one room. You're out in an hour, 2 hours, you made $200.
Right.
So I think it kind of balances out.
And there's the consistency of like, basically a schedule of like when these things are going to get cleaned, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. And is there any other kind of advantages to starting in the Airbnb or aspiring to be in the Airbnb market versus cleaning just individual single family, besides that consistency of the volume, basically?
Yeah, you only have to deal with one client. You only deal with one client. Residential, if you have 10 houses, you're dealing with 10 different people, 10 different moods and all of that. Airbnb, you could have 10 properties and you're only dealing with that one property manager. It's way better.
So I think one of the things besides getting new clients or their first clients people struggle with when starting a business is how to price jobs. Like when you got into cleaning houses, what system did you have then to price jobs, and like how does that relate to what you do right now?
So when I first started in New York, when I was with my boss, I was getting paid $18 an hour. Okay. I do know that solo cleaners start at about $20, $25 an hour. Sure. With Airbnb, it's priced by square footage. Okay. So you grab the square footage and you times it by 0.8 or 0.10, depending. You can present it to a Airbnb host, property manager, and it just all depends on their cleaning fee.
Sure.
So sometimes they just give you their own list. Hey, you take this price or not. They can't go higher because it's the cleaning fee. Yeah. They don't want to break into their profit.
Sure.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I think that there's a perception online that like getting rich is easy or starting your own business is easy. What would you say to people that are looking to start their own business, whether it be through Digital Cleaning Academy or any other business? Like, what kind of work is involved in reality?
Well, first is definitely not easy. If you're doing it yourself, you're gonna be tired. Your feet are gonna hurt. You're gonna go home not wanting to clean your own home because you were just cleaning houses all day.
Sure.
And especially people talk about remote cleaning businesses, how much easier that is, but then you're sitting on your computer all day typing. Your eyes are getting messed up instead of your feet. So it's definitely not easy when you're starting up, and that's why you should look up systems of how to make it easier for you.
Okay.
Because you don't have to do everything, but you're still going to be tired in some way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one thing that we really connect people on is we always ask them what their why is, like what motivates them to get up when their feet hurt or when they're tired. What's that motivation for you behind, having this desire to start your own business and to start, the online academy and things like that?
First, my son. So I have a 9-year-old son, and just my motivation is just to keep a roof over his head. So everything I do is just to make sure he's okay, and if he asks something, I'm able to give it to him.
Sure.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, family, I think everyone, it's like in the really hard times, getting out of bed for your family is a lot easier. Eventually the money, it's just not enough to like get up and keep doing it.
Yeah, with the Airbnbs, I really love it, and it gives you that freedom. You're still able to pay your rent, you're still able to give your kids what they need, and you have more time at home. You don't only have 2 days off. Sometimes you're able to be home 4 days and still make the amount of money that you need to pay all your bills. Yeah.
That's awesome. It's a great flexible business for people that need that flexibility. Yeah, to do that. Can you tell us, or can you think back, is there any like crazy stories that you've had over the years of like cleaning that you feel comfortable sharing with us?
I could talk about back-to-back, same-day check-ins in a 15-bedroom, 14 bedrooms.
Yeah, tell me about it.
At first, it was scarier. So we were trying to shove 5, 6 people in a 14-bedroom to get it all done and complete.
Sure.
Sometimes you have 20 guests outside, and you're running outside with your vacuums, your cleaning supplies.
Like they're waiting to come in while you're finishing up doing the cleaning?
We're late on it. Yeah, sometimes it's 4 o'clock and you're just mopping out, but everyone gets out their cars and they're just looking at you, waiting for you. They're like, the house should have been done. Why isn't it done? So that's kind of, yeah.
Yeah, so there is aspects of this that can be stressful as far as like turning around and making sure that everything is done.
Yeah, but that's why you just have to learn how to manage it.
Yeah. So you told us a little bit about, you just mentioned the 15-bedroom Airbnb. What's the scope of like the different house sizes that, you'll service for a client for, is 15 the biggest? What does that look like?
15, from my knowledge, is the biggest in this area.
Sure.
And we service from 10 bedrooms up to 14 right now.
Okay. From some of the other creators or people that are in your group online, does the Airbnb market exist in other cities? Like Orlando feels like it might be like a very unique market for the amount of Airbnbs that are here, but can you find that Airbnb market anywhere in the United States?
You can.
Okay.
Yeah, people, they have houses everywhere, vacation houses everywhere, and they want to make money too, so why not just rent it out?
Sure.
For a couple days and have it as Airbnb. It's literally, you can find it everywhere. There are areas that are more populated with Airbnb properties compared to others.
Yeah.
But they are everywhere.
How would you recommend someone get in contact with like a property manager that, manages Airbnbs? Because a lot of people, it might just be that individual person, but if you're looking to find somewhere that has, a company that manages 10 or 100 Airbnbs, what's the best way to reach out to them?
You can find them on Google.
Okay.
You just type in property managers or Airbnb property managers near me.
Sure.
And then you'll probably get a whole list of them. You can cold call, you can email. Facebook groups is really good, especially if you're a solo cleaner.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of like Airbnb cleaning communities. You go in there and you'll find property managers that are asking for solo cleaners. And most likely they'll give you their email, and then you just email them, accept their price, and go from there.
Interesting.
Yeah, we just landed one actually.
So how did you land that? How did you land that new client? And like, how have you been working to land other new clients? Like, what route works the best for you?
I did start with the Google, but I found this lady, this property manager on Facebook.
Sure.
She has about 40 Airbnbs, and I just talked to her yesterday. She said they're thinking about bringing on 40 more. So then that's 80 possibilities that we have there. She just, with my experience, we cleaned for her once already, and today was our second clean for her.
Okay.
She's already asking if we could do 2 houses a day.
Wow.
So that's quick.
So if you were going to scale into those 80 additional units, like, what does that look like for your business? Like, do you have to hire more people? Do you need to change the systems that you have in place already?
Yeah. So I was thinking about moving it to me finding solo cleaners myself.
Sure.
They have a little bit more experience, kind of how I started. Bring your own cleaning supplies, just go clean the house, and then I can go after them, inspect, or I could have a checklist. And Jobber actually has a checklist, which I really, really like.
Yeah.
And they just check off everything, send me photos, and that's it. Those are smaller properties, so they're like from 3 bedrooms to 10 bedrooms.
Interesting. And is the checklist in Jobber something that's custom? Like, do you make the checklist that's specific to your own business, or is it something like a generic template that they have?
It's completely, you customize it completely. So I literally have step by step from when you walk into the door, grab the towels, split them up, put them to wash, literally everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. For anyone that's watching this video that's in Orlando and they may be like a solo cleaner or independent, should they, like, how do you recommend they reach out to you if you're looking for, new people?
Yeah. On TikTok, Digital Cleaning Academy, or on Instagram, Digital Cleaning Academy. I would love to bring people online that are actually motivated and want to do Airbnb cleaning.
Sure.
So, yeah.
And does someone need to have previous experience, or like, will you bring someone on that's like, I just want to get my foot in the door and just, start doing this?
If someone has the motivation and they just love cleaning and are obsessed with Airbnbs as much as I am, I wouldn't need them to have experience. Yeah. All they need is the drive to want to do it.
Okay. Very cool. What kind of skills would you say that from doing this for many, many years, what skills do you feel like you've developed that like no one else has?
Attention to detail, but crazy detail. Like streaks on mirrors that you're definitely not gonna see. Hair on the floor that you're not gonna see. Sometimes I go into a house to inspect and I see a hair that I'm like, there's no way that I should be able to see this.
Interesting. All right. Yeah. Well, and that brings us like full circle back to like your original experience of working with your first boss, right? Where it's like her essence lives in you, a little bit of that attention to detail.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no missing it now.
Yeah. For someone who's maybe like 17 or 18 and like they're thinking about getting a job or they don't know what direction to go in, what would you say to them as far as like just take a step, take a leap, just do something? Like, what kind of recommendation would you give to them?
Just go for something that you're passionate about and something that you would even do for free.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah, and that's what I always say. I will clean this Airbnb for free, and I just love it.
Yeah. Is there like, do you get satisfaction like when you're done with like when units like totally clean and spotless? Like, is that part of the reward of doing it as well?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think there's certain people that it is and certain people that it isn't. Right. Yeah, exactly.
I'm obsessed with these houses, and I think that's one of the reasons why I last so long with the property management that we work with.
Yeah.
Because I'm just obsessed with it all, the cleanliness, the just designing, just everything. I'm just obsessed with these houses.
Great. Thank you for your time. I appreciate all the great information.